Hi, Soul Family. So today's message is a message about love, romantic partnerships to be specific. So I meditated before I started this video. And really what has been coming in these past couple of days is you closed the cycle. You completed the cycle. So there was an ending that occurred that was not balanced. And when you raised your vibration, when you took your power back, when you stepped into your power, and you are now where you are now, you are no longer carrying that in which has ended with you. Because you are so tapped into yourself now and your purpose and your self-love and what it is that you deserve, that you are no longer accepting breadcrumbs, is what I'm hearing. For some of you guys, this ending, this romantic ending, this partnership could have been the catalyst for your quantum leaping, for your awakening, for you stepping into this new timeline. It could have been something that happened in which you just released and threw your hands up and you were like, I'm done with this. And then that's what shifted you. What I am picking up on is that with this connection, it was very deep. It was very intense, very powerful. But what I'm hearing is that this person was not awakened. Okay, this person was running away from themselves. They didn't want to face themselves. It's like they would have moments where they would peel back a layer, but they wouldn't go deep within themselves. This is a person that escapes a lot, that runs away from themselves, that distracts themselves. And that could also be with unhealthy habits, things that they do, cycles, repetitive cycles that they do. And what I'm just seeing is like really you know, and picking up on is that you just got frustrated, you got fed up because that has been going on for a long time. I'm feeling that a lot of you guys were hoping that it would get better, but it felt like you were pulling and holding so much of the weight. I'm hearing that some of you guys might have even tried to like awaken this person. But what I'm picking up really now is that like you really just threw your hands up and you're just like, I'm just going to focus on myself. It's like you kind of are just like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe this person will never step into their power. Maybe this person is just never going to wake up. Maybe this person was really just not the one, right? But you're no longer trying to fix it. You're no longer trying to make it fit. You are now just surrendering and you're just like, whatever it is, but you are not, you're no longer investing emotionally, physically, energetically into that person. You are not pouring that all into yourself. Something that you were not doing because you were neglecting yourself. Because you were so caught up in the storm of this person and the things that they would do. I'm seeing a lot that this person just wouldn't keep their word. Like they would say they're going to do something and they might for a little bit, but they would just revert back. And it was just a repetitive cycle of that. I was picking on with this ending, you know, you are healing from it and you are maybe in a sense kind of going back and forth in your mind, because here's what I've been picking up on. So you're done with this person, right? Because this person was just in a continuous cycle of self-destruction because they refuse to heal, they refuse to grow, they refuse to evolve. They're stuck in the same cycles. Like I said, I'm seeing that you guys, whoever is watching this video, and once again, if it relates, it relates, because this message might not be for everyone, right? Because there are people that are in healthy partnerships, and even with their growth and, you know, them stepping into new timelines, their partners are also on that same timeline, you know, on the same level energetically. But I'm speaking to those that went through an ending and you guys were not energetically aligned and not in the same timeline. That doesn't mean that there wasn't love there, because the love was very deep. It is very deep, is what I'm picking up on. But energetically, vibrationally, mentally, emotionally, it's not. Right? And so you threw your hands up because this person just continued to be in the same cycles, and you quantum leaped, right? You're in this new timeline. You stepped into your power. You took your power back. You are no longer pouring it into this person trying to help them, because you are a very loving person. You are the kind of person that can see people's highest potential. You can see their higher self. You can see really what their purpose is, what they came here to do. Now, the thing is, a lot of these people just refuse to see it within themselves. So a lot of times they might actually turn against you and make you the villain for trying to help them, right? Because I'm seeing for a lot of you guys were like a mirror. All right, you saw the masks that this person was wearing. I don't know why I'm lisping today. But anyways, you saw the mask that like this person was always wearing, right? Like this person is a person that's very insecure, but they don't like to portray themselves publicly as that. They try to hide it, right? They try to hide it with different personalities, or really just presenting themselves as not who they really are, right? Because this person depends a lot on other people to make themselves feel better about themselves, right? But you didn't do that, right? What I'm picking up on is that you're the kind of person that was a mirror. You exposed this person to themselves, and they didn't like that. You know what I'm saying? But that's just who you are. When you meet people, you change them. You reveal to them who they really are in the areas in which they are not being authentic, and the areas that they need to grow from and heal from and evolve and change. Some people do, some people don't. But regardless, everyone that you meet, you leave an impact on them. Okay, you change them. You raise their self-awareness. And this person never met someone like you that did that. So I'm seeing that this person might have been in and out, running away. And it's not that they were running away from you, they're running away from themselves. Because for whomever I'm talking to, you could have felt like maybe you were the problem. This person could have also been, like I said, they were in a lower vibration, right? They're not awakened. So they could have been gaslighting it onto you, making you feel like you were the problem. So you might have fallen into that, right? But you are no longer in that. And so that now that you see like, okay, this person's just stuck in their cycles because they refuse to grow, you're like, I don't want to partake in that anymore, because I am going to focus on myself. And like I said, I like in my previous videos, you're not focused on finding a new lover, but you know that there is someone out there for you that's vibrationally aligned with whom you are now. And you know, and you can pick up because you can see the glimpses, right? The portals of this person coming in. And so you surrendered, and you are surrendered with such grace. Even though, yes, emotions, thoughts, memories could still be popping up, you're like, I'm no longer going back to that, because you already closed out that cycle. So it's like whether that person grows and evolves is up to them, but they're on their own now. So this person could be perceiving you as being kind of selfish and just like, what the fuck? Because like I said, this person lacks that self-awareness to see things like, wait, what was my participation in this? Like, where did I go wrong, right? Because this is the kind of person that just puts everything on everyone else, and which is why they were stuck in the same cycles, because they weren't looking within themselves. It was always, what's this person doing to me, what they did to me, not realizing that they create their own reality, right? It's a person that also emotionally, romantically depends on other people to make themselves feel better, because they're lacking that within themselves. So in you pulling your power back, I'm really seeing like this person really like spiral, because you are also a person that's so heavily protected and so connected to spirit that when this person was with you, they felt lighter because it was your energy. And when you pull your energy back, they spiral because now they're only sitting in their own energy. They don't have that divine protection from your team surrounding them, because you detach from that. You let it go. They're not feeling your energy. That is basically like a band-aid on their wounds, on what they refuse to face. Right? But what has been really coming in these past couple of days is since you have ended this cycle and you're like, I'm done, and you see it for what it is and you're focused on yourself, this person is now going through an awakening. I genuinely didn't really like have an intent to really sit down and make a video regarding like, you know, romantic partnership like this, even though I've been picking up on it for like a month. But it's just, the energy is, yeah, I can't deny it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I have to get this video out because someone needs to hear it. Even though you already know intuitively, you can feel it. You're a very intuitive person. You can see things. You see what I'm saying? You can pick up on things. This is just a confirmation. This is really what it is. But this person is now starting to go through an awakening. Now this person is starting to see the truth. Oh, they're starting to see like, oh wait, I fucked up. I fucked up. That's really what's been coming in. It's like, I fucked up. Like, I fucked up. Also, thank you, Spirit. When I was meditating right before I made this video, you know, I saw like a scene of someone had like a ring on their finger right here, like the ring finger, taking the ring off, throwing it. So like I said, it's just representing like this ending, closing out that cycle. But I also heard, baby, come back. You can blame it all on me. And that made me laugh because I was like, it's not you, it's the other person. It's like they're realizing now, you know, the part that they took in this ending and realizing, oh shit, I got issues, which they're aware of. But now it's like they're going through an awakening. So them doing the same cycles of just running away, distracting themselves, you know, doing the same unhealthy, you know, things, it's not working anymore because they're going through an awakening. So it's like, even though I'm picking up on a person that like this person like numbs themselves a lot, like they just numb themselves a lot, right? Like they're afraid to feel, right? And really express that. So they numb themselves. You know what I'm saying? They distract themselves. But what I'm hearing is, and what I'm picking up on, this person is going through a spiritual awakening. And if you haven't been picking up on that, yeah. And what I'm really picking up on is like, it's like, oh, now they want to, like, now they're going through the spiritual awakening. But when I was trying to help this person, like, what the fuck? Right? But that's because you pulled your energy back. Like, when you were in their presence, in their energy, you were also a form of distraction. And they can't grow and they can't spiritually evolve if they're not sitting in their own energy to really face themselves. So this all needed to happen. So it's just awesome, really, really, right? How the universe works. It's like sometimes things need to happen the way they happen because some people don't grow and evolve and you know, and all that unless they're sitting in complete misery. I'm hearing you can't run forever. Excuse me. Like, you can't run forever. This person thought that they could just run away from themselves forever, and spirit, the universe, was like, not anymore, honey. Time's up. You know? Like I said, there's a major awakening that's happening right now. So whoever this person is, they're now starting to go through their spiritual awakening. And what I am picking up on as well is they're going to try to come back to you. It's like, that's also what I saw, is like coming forward with like a silver platter of like, I love you. Wow, like I love you. I appreciate you. And like saying all these things. I ran out of storage. I really need to start like deleting photos and videos because I have like 70,000 photos and videos in my phone. I will do that. Or I might just buy like a camera. That way I can film these videos and like store them there. But anywho, like I was saying, yeah, so this person is now going through their spiritual awakening, and they are going to be coming to you soon if they haven't started already. You know, because they're having the realization of like, oh my goodness, you're the one, like I love you so much, because they're starting to feel now, they're starting to awaken, they're starting to realize and see within themselves, right? So I'm seeing this person coming forward and trying to rekindle things with you, but here's the thing, I'm kind of seeing you being hesitant because you're like, okay, that's good, that's wonderful and all, but like, I'm hearing like it's a little too late. And also this like, because it's like, you know how much goes into, you know, your self-development, your self-growth, you know, the shadow work, the healing. It's not something that's done overnight. And this person's coming in fairly quickly, right? And kind of just like, they're starting to go to this spiritual awakening. They're like, I gotta get this person back. Because I realized like they're the one and I want them, and oh my God, I fucked up, and like I realized all these things about myself, and I don't want to run away anymore because they can't, even though they tried, but they can't anymore, right? And you're just like, because you don't want to repeat the same cycles. But I'm also picking up on, there is a new person coming in that is already on the same page as you are. Like, they're already on the same like stages of, you know, their spiritual development and awareness and growth as you are. So I'm picking up, if this resonates with you, you choosing the new person. But you have that choice. Like I said, there's 2 portals open, right? And that doesn't just include like just yourself and like, you know, your money and all those things, you know, all those things. It also includes your romantic life. So you're going to be presented with a choice. Take in the past person or the new person coming in. And that is entirely your choice to make. But I'm picking up that like you've already started seeing the visions. Like you already like tapped into that portal. You're already seeing this new person. And I'm kind of picking up on like, well, not kind of, but I'm picking up like you're so fed up with this past person. No matter how strong the love is and the connection is, you're fed up. Because I feel like you are exhausted yourself of trying to wake this person up, trying to help this person, trying to help this person get out of their own self-destructive cycles. And you're just like, I'm fed up. Like, I'm fed the fuck up. Like, I feel like you don't really have trust in it anymore. You're like, okay, you're going through your awakening, cool, but like you're in the beginning stages of it, so you can easily just fuck up and keep going back and back and back because you've gone through that journey. You still are going through the journey, and you understand that it's not perfect. You understand that, you know, there's some bumps, and you're just like, I don't even want to go through that with this. I don't even want to go through that anymore. Like, I've already been there. I'm hearing that you just want to experience harmony and have someone in your life that is on the same vibration as you are yourself right now. Not someone that's trying to like, what's the word I'm looking for? Catch up to you. It's like you're fed up with that. It's like you want to meet people who are like, boom, they're right there. Right there where you are. Not like trying to catch up with you. Like, you're not trying to do that anymore. So anywho, yeah, that's what's really been coming in. Baby, come back. You can blame it all on me. Oh my goodness, that really made me laugh. Yeah, this person's realizing that this person's facing themselves now. Not because they wanted to, but because they... Listen, you don't choose when you have your spiritual awakening. You don't choose. You see what I'm saying? Like, this person, if it was up to them, they would have kept running away from themselves. But anywho, that's what's really been coming in. I also saw 999. Okay. You closing out a cycle, letting go of what's no longer serving you, being in alignment with what is. I also saw 777. Okay. You have so much money and wealth and abundance coming your way, more than you have even imagined, because you are now on your path. You are focusing on yourself. You're focusing on your purpose. You are no longer pouring into what is depleting you. You're only pouring into that in which is magnified. You see what I'm saying? It's like your tunnel, like you're focused now. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, you're not distracted anymore. Like, you're like, I'm not, no, you're focused. And so, yeah, it's pretty interesting, right? So it's like, for some of you, this separation was a catalyst for your awakening, for you stepping into your power, for you stepping into your purpose, for you quantum leaping into your new highest timeline. In which also was then the catalyst for this person's spiritual awakening, and then beginning to actually do the inner work. But like I said, you want to make sure, like, if you guys are, you know, if you guys do kind of contemplate whether to go back to this person, make sure that this person is not just doing the inner work just to try to get you back. Like, make sure that it's for real, that it's not, because like I said, I'm picking up this person's very inconsistent, that their words and their actions don't align, right? I'm picking up a lot of people pleasing energy. So they might just be saying things or doing things just to keep you, right? You want to make sure that this person's actually doing it for themselves. You see what I'm saying? That they're breaking out of their own cycles, because you've already done that yourself, okay? You're a very loving person, a very giving person. You've walked that path, okay? Not to say you're perfect, not to say like, oh, you're all perfect now. No, but you've already learned those lessons. You see what I'm saying? You've already done the inner work within that. Okay, you have now learned not to pour into people who are not pouring back into you. Not to try to save people who don't even want to save themselves. Not to, you know, cut yourself and bleed out for someone that doesn't appreciate what you're doing for them and the love that you're giving them. Not to try to force someone to see your worth and your value. It's like, if you don't see it, if you see what I'm saying? Like, it's like in the past, you tried to like maybe beg people, or trying to like have people like see my worth, see my value, like see, like, you know what I'm saying? And you're just like, no, if you don't see that off the jump, bye. Like, wish you well, but like, you're no longer settling You are no longer settling. You're in your fucking power. You're in your fucking, like, you're fucking glowing. Like, you are really, you leveled the fuck up. Like, nothing can stop you now. You've learned your lessons. You've applied the growth. You've integrated, you know, those lessons. You know, you have so much wisdom now. You have so much knowledge. You have so much self-awareness. You have so much, you know, clarity. So yeah, that's really what's been really coming through is, you know, this past person is going to try to make their way back in, but there's also a new person coming in. So that choice is really entirely up to you. But I guess Spirit really wanted me to just sit down and make this video because someone needs to hear it, whomever it's resonating with. But really, it's also just a reminder to have that awareness, right? Make sure that if you do go back to that past person, that they're actually for real about it this time. Okay, make sure that they're like, make sure it's not a fucking facade. Make sure they're actually doing it for themselves. You see what I'm saying? Make sure they're really about that shit. You see what I'm saying? Because that can really either align you with your path or really derail you. So, you know, you can no longer just be making whatever decisions and choices. You have to be very mindful, very intentional, very aware. You see what I'm saying? Like, you can't be fumbling your life. You can't be playing with your time. Your time is so valuable. Your presence is so valuable. Whom you are is so valuable. You see what I'm saying? You now understand that. You now understand how fucking valuable and fucking amazing you are. That it's literally a luxury for anyone to be in your presence. You're not taking that lightly anymore. It's like, no, not, you're very distinctive, in particular, in whom has access to your energy, right? So just remember that. Remember how far you've came. You literally have broken cycles that most people have never broken in their fucking lives. So if no one has fucking told you, like, I'm fucking proud of you. Because do you realize, like, there's people that are literally like in their 40s and their 50s and they're still repeating the same fucking cycles, and you've already completed and ended how many? There's people that die and never completed a cycle, never ended a cycle. They just remained on the hamster wheel. And you have ended how many cycles? Completed how many? Honey, you've done things that most people can't do. And it's not that they can't, it's just that they refuse to do it. Like, you're fucking amazing. You alchemize everything. You see the wisdom. You're so intellectual. You're so powerful. Honey, like, you didn't come here to be stuck in the same cycles. You came here to live a freaking amazing, beautiful life. And everything that you went through led you to this. So make sure that you are making the right decisions. Listen to your intuition. Connect with, you know, your higher self, with spirit, with God. You know, pay attention. Listen to the messages. Listen to what you're feeling. You see what I'm saying? This might still be a tough time for you as you are still, you know, you're healing things, you're releasing things. These are coming up, memories. But, you know, ground yourself. Do your meditation. Do your breath work. I also was picking up on somebody crying in the shower. So you could have been crying in the shower. But you are allowing those emotions to flow. You're no longer allowing yourself to drown and to be buried and to be suffocated by what's coming up. Rather than you're transmuting that into power, into wisdom, into growth, into really strength and motivation, right? So yeah, like, it's just amazing. So that was my message for today. I love you guys so much, and we'll talk soon.